Hi everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and this is part 3 of my electric hacks. If you have been following me on part 1 and part 2 or on TikToks to get the little snippets of the tips that I've been giving you, I've been doing summaries on YouTube for my YouTube people so that we can all save on our electric bill together. So we have gone from $119 on our electric bill per month to $69 in May and $75 in June. So we only went up $6.70 in June, and I was really proud of that because that was a dropping of 42%. And so we are trying to save money. We have things that we are saving for. We have retirement that we're trying to save for. We're trying to get out of debt. And so I thought I would share my tips with you in hopes that it would help you. So many times we think our fixed bills are fixed, but they're not always fixed. We just think they are. And if we get out of the mindset of this is just the way it is and there's nothing I can do about it, sometimes there's really something that we can do about it. And so my husband and I decided that we were going to see if there was something we could do about it. And I apologize if I'm out of breath. I've had a really rough couple of weeks. I had a epidural that went bad and I had to have a blood patch, and I've been really sick and really dizzy and nauseous and disoriented. So I apologize if I haven't had a video in a couple of weeks. I have not felt well at all. And so anyway, back to what we're talking about. We switched our chandelier to nightlight bulbs. They're only 4 watts and they fit. I had never even thought about putting that in there. You always put those decorative bulbs in there that are about 40 watts, but the 4-watt nightlight bulbs actually work. So something to think about there to save some money if you have a chandelier. Also, if you have a partner in your house, it's really important to work together to try to save money. It doesn't work if just one person is doing it. It might work a little bit, but you're not going to see big results. So it's important to get everybody on board. If you have people in the house, everybody on board with trying to save money on the electric bill and thinking of ways that you can save money and sticking to the plans that you've made to cut the electric bill. We, of course, do our laundry on cold water and full loads. And the important thing that I have learned since I've been an adult, just in the last few years, is you don't have to sort clothes for the most part. That is just something that they did in the old days when the red would bleed onto other clothes. If you have things that are really harsh and abrasive like jeans and you want to do a load of jeans, then great, do a load of jeans. Or if you have things that are really delicate and you want to put those all together. But for the most part, things that we just wear every day really can all be mixed together. The colors don't really need to be separated, and that's a way to save some money. Another way is to flip your hot water heater off. We have found that you can flip it off a big chunk of your day because we're rarely using hot water. And if you have a 60-gallon hot water heater, it only takes 60 to 80 minutes to heat that water. And then you're leaving it plugged in the rest of the 22 hours in that day. And with just my husband and I, we have found that we can flip it off for a couple of days before we even need to flip it back on. And so we are using that method to help counteract us using our air conditioners in the evening and at night. And during the day, if we can use window fans when it's cool in the morning, or just a fan if we get hot, that's what we do. We do not try to run the air conditioner during the day. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I can't go without an air conditioner. But I grew up without an air conditioner. And so for us, it's not a real big deal. We didn't have one growing up. So I'm kind of acclimated to that. Plus I have a low thyroid, so I'm always cold anyway. But my husband works during the day outside of the home. So we just wait until he gets home in the evening, and then that's when we turn it on if we're hot. There's been days that I've even taken my crock pot and cooked it in the camper because I don't want to heat the house up. So if there's any way you can do cooking on the grill cooking in a camper, cooking outside on something to try to keep from heating that house up, that's what really will make a huge difference in the evenings when it's already hot. We don't really use the oven at all in the summer. Once in a great while we use the oven in the summer, but we try to do it just on really cooler evenings. We do not run the oven when it's like 100 degrees still at 5 or 7 o'clock. We also use the batteries on our laptops until I can see that they're starting to run low, and then I charge them. Same with my iPad, same with my phone, and I have a portable phone charger that I use when I go somewhere, and I charge it up while I'm driving, and then I use that portable phone charger when I'm at home to try to avoid plugging in a charger, and we don't leave the chargers plugged in. So we have batteries for a reason. Why do we never use those batteries? And those batteries actually get stronger and need use. Just being plugged in all the time doesn't make you have a strong battery. Most things will tell you that if you use your battery and then charge it up again, it actually will do better and hold a charge longer if you do that, because that battery needs used to be a good functioning battery. Be mindful of how you're using your resources. Again, we think all the time how we cannot change anything. That's just the way it is. This is our bills. We're stuck with them. We don't have enough money. We can't make ends meet. But we forget how to be creative in thinking how we can make changes. A lot of times there's changes you can make and they're right in front of your face, but we just think that's just the way it is. And so we don't look for any changes that we can make. And so it really takes a shift again in how we use our resources, and be mindful of how we use our resources, and think about how we can change what we're already doing and do it in a different way. A lot of times there's a different way we can do things, but we have just totally got blinders on when it comes to how we do things on a normal day-to-day basis, and that's just how it is. We get busy in what we're doing, we get a routine going, and we don't think anything about the fact that there might be a different way to do what we're doing, and it might save us some money. If you're thinking about moving or even renting a place, always look for trees. As you can see behind me, we have trees in our yard. We have trees circling our house, and I'm thankful every day for those trees. You can leave our yard and it can feel 10, 15 degrees hotter than it does in our yard or even in our house, because we have those trees to insulate and to shade our property. So it's really important to have those trees. There's times we go on a drive and I'll see maybe a trailer house sitting out in the middle of a field with no trees. And I just think, oh my gosh, I would hate to heat and cool that trailer because it has no protection from the heat or the cold. And it's gonna cost a lot more to heat and cool that house without any trees around it. So something little to think about that we don't really think about. We're looking at the inside of the house, we're looking at the workmanship of the house, we're looking at how big the yard is. We don't always think about looking to see if there's trees. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If it is, please give me a thumbs up. That's the best compliment you can give me, and it does help my videos get out there to help more people. You have a great week.